So you have the DJI mic for your camera or your phone, and you're wondering what should my settings be so that my audio actually sounds good in my videos. This video looks a little bit different than my normal ones. I'm recording on my iPhone. I'm not using any external audio. This is my camera and this is my microphone. So in order to show you all of this, I have to shoot on something else. In this video, I want to share with you how I have mine set up with the actual settings in the camera, and then what I do when I'm editing to make it sound as best as I can. I recently got this question from Michael on one of my videos, letting me know he's needing some help with his DJI settings because he thinks my sound sounds great, which is great. Thank you for that compliment, because it took me actually a pretty long while to figure out audio settings. I'm really not an audio person, so I can't really describe how it sounded before or how I really wanted it to sound. I just knew I wanted it to sound better, crisper, cleaner. And so I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, and eventually I figured out the settings that work for me in this space, for my voice, with this camera and this microphone. So as for the settings on the microphone itself, I actually didn't mess with these at all. I'm pretty sure everything here is default to the way that the actual microphone comes. Where I change settings is in the camera itself. So I'm using my Canon M50 Mark II here. I don't think it matters what camera you're actually using, but you need to be able to get to your sound recording or audio or mic settings. On this camera, it's right here on the first page. So under sound recording where it says manual, I'm just going to go into here, and I do want this to be on manual. So there's the auto option, there's disable, so you're not picking up any sound at all. I don't want that. So I want this to be on manual, because under record level, I can adjust. And so this is where it really depends on your room, your space, your voice, where you position your microphone. So I'm holding it right here in front of me. If I put it all the way up to my mouth, you can see here on my levels, it's going way up past the 12. It's getting into the yellow. This is set down here on this scale. It's set really low. What I wanted to do is come up just to the 12. I don't really want it to hit the 12, the green there. I want it to stay below the 12. So I would just use these buttons over here to go even further or to go back down. That'll give you the best recording to be able to edit when you're in the editor. So let's talk about that next. I want to reiterate, this is really not a tutorial. I'm just showing you what my settings are, because I am not an audio person at all. So I can't fully explain what all of these things do. I just know that I've tweaked them and adjusted them for my space and my voice. So I have Final Cut Pro open over here, and this has been my go-to editor for quite a while now. I've been using some other tools lately, like CapCut and Descript, and I haven't quite played around with the audio settings in those applications yet. No matter what editor you're using, you should be able to edit your audio in, some really basic functions. And I'm going to show you what I do to mine. So I have these two clips pulled up here in my timeline, and they're identical clips. One of them has no audio editing applied to it. The other one has audio editing applied to it the way that I do it. And you can see in the waveforms that this one, the waveforms are pretty low down here, and this one is a little bit more even over here. Again, this is the same exact clip, identical clip. Now I created a preset for myself, so all I have to do is take my preset and drag it onto this clip, and it's going to make all of the necessary adjustments to that clip, because I know that I'm always recording in the same place, using the same microphone, the same camera, same everything. My preset includes a compressor. So this is a basic function that you should be able to use with pretty much any video editor out there. The compressor kind of brings the high levels down so that the highs aren't as high and the lows aren't as low, and they're just a little bit more uniform. So this is something I've had to play with to get the right levels, and I will link below to the exact tutorials that I used to figure this out for my voice and my space. The next effect that is applied is the channel EQ, and again, I had to play with this to figure it out. There are some kind of like presets here for different things. This adjusts the different frequencies in your audio. And this is the thing that I think is really going to change how your audio sounds, because if you want something to sound deeper and richer, you can make it sound deeper and richer. If you have an annoying hiss or like a air conditioner or something like that, you can edit out those frequencies. The last thing I have is a denoiser, and I'm not totally sure exactly how I set this up. Looks like I have a pink noise filter, and I don't 100% know what that is. Again, I will link to the tutorials that I used. I also have this loudness set at 40% and uniformity at 6. My volume is negative 3.7 decibels. If I remove these effects here and just bring everything back to normal, this is what it would sound like before. However many monitors and whatever you want to share on your screen. After. However many monitors and whatever you want to share on your screen. It's a subtle difference, but the edited version is a little bit brighter and I feel like it has more depth to it. So like I mentioned, I'm really not an audio person. So if you know of better settings or ways to get better sounding audio with the DJI mic, let me know down in the comments. And if you're watching this video, go check those comments. There may be better advice down there than what I'm giving you in this video. If you're new here, my name is Meredith Marsh, and on this channel, I help you make videos that make money. So be sure to hit subscribe on your way out, and I will queue up my video over here on my YouTube creator gear that I recommend for beginners or intermediate video creators. The DJI mic is included, plus some other gear and things that make creating videos that actually make money and grow your channel a no-brainer.